Welcome back to the Python tutorial. So in this video tutorial I am going to explain you Python loops. So the main purpose of the loops is repeating the things in again and again. So to avoid the like in code usually what happens if for loop is not available in the Python, so we have to write the code again and again. So to overcome that, so repeating the things again and again, so we are using the for loops, like which is capable of repeating the some specific code several number of times. So we have the for and like in Python we have the for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Three are the three types of the loops is available in Python. So what is the, you may think that what is the advantages of using loops in Python. So first point is it provides the code reusability, means we need not to be write code again and again. And using loops we do not need to write the same code again and again. So like example, if 10 line of code written in above, so need not to be write again same 10 line code in below. So this is the this avoids the repetition of code, writing repetition code again and again. And like using for loops we can traverse over the elements of the data structure like arrays, linked list, etc. So we can traverse the each element by element by using for loops. So now, so I will explain you for loop details. Like in the for loop, like in case we need to execute some part of the code until the given condition is satisfied. So if the condition is satisfied, then till that time that for loop will be executed. And the for loop is also called as a per tested loop, means we are testing the each element in the elements in the data structure, whichever you take, consider string or list or other array, so etc. Like it is better to use the for loop if the number of iteration is known in advance. So we should knowing the how many iteration it will take to run the loop. So this is the usage of for loop. Now next is while loop. Like while loop usually like used to be where we do not know the number of iterations in advance. Like when you know the number of iterations, then that time we are using the for loop. If we don't know the number of iterations, then we are going for while loop. And the block and the like a block of a statement will be executed in while loop until that conditions specified in the while loop is satisfied. So if the condition is satisfied in the while loop, that block code will be executed. So like it is also called as a pre-tested loop, because we need to be knowing the we are not aware of the how many number of iteration it will going to take. So next is do while loop. Like in do while loop will continue until the given condition satisfies. So it is also called as a post tested loop, though rest for loop and while loop are called as pre-tested loop. And because before only we are testing the condition and then executing the remaining statements, whereas in do while loop first we are checking the condition. So and we'll sorry first we are executing the statement and then writing the condition. So this is the do while loop, that's why it is called as a post tested loop. So it is like it is necessary when to execute the at least one statements. So now I will going to demonstrate each loops in Python. So by taking examples. Now I will give the syntax for loop in Python. In for loop, like we have for and iteration number, and in we are here we are using in operator. So I will write in notes statement notes file. So you're gonna get to know details. So this is the syntax for if statement. So if is the keyword here. So iterating variable is the, so I'm iterating this and storing in this variable. So here in is the operator and sequence is like whichever sequence like list tuple, anything we are storing the values in that variable, that is here, and I'm printing the statements. So now I will take one example, so we'll get to know how for loop works in Python. So I will give one example. So I'll go to the file and I will comment this code as of now. So I will take for loop. So I will take one string st is equal to, so Python is my string. So I am iterating this using for loop. I want to print each character in the string. So for I is a variable I'm taking, in is the operator, and str is the string which is here stored. This string I'm stored in st variable. So now I'm iterating through that. So here whatever the values or string stored in the st variable, that is Python is stored in this one. So I am iterating one by one and storing in I variable. Now I will print here I variable. So you will get to know each the string one by one it will be printing. So you can notice here. So this is the simple usage of if for statement in Python. Now I will demonstrate one example with string sorry list. So I'm taking one example. My list is equal to, see, this is the syntax for writing the list in Python. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 56, 7, okay, something. So this is list. Now, so now I'm iterating loop for I in my list. So print I. So now, so I'll comment this code. Now we can notice here all the elements one by one it will be stored in I variable and printing here. See. So this is the usage of for loop in Python. Now I'll comment this code and now I'll going to run the, like now I'll going to run one example for sum of sum of variable numbers. So whatever the number present in the list, that I'll be calculating sum. So I will make the calculation for sum of these numbers now. So now I will, what I will do, I will specify one variable s is equal to 0. Initially some variable is 0. Now I will printing here sum is equal to s is equal to s plus what variable, I variable, because it's coming I the values are coming one by one and storing in I variable. So I have to take here I. Next I have to print which variable I have to print here, yes, because I'm storing sum in s variable. So now you can notice here it is printing. One second, it's printing. So sorry, I'm printing inside the for loop. So it should be total, right? So if you are iterating these elements, so you should be inside the loop. So I'm printing a sum, so I have to print outside of the loop. So now you can notice here this is the 73 of these total number elements. This is the usage of for loop in Python. And next I'm going to demonstrate like a range function in Python. We have in for loop we have a range function, which means it will take a range function, like you generate the sequence of the numbers. Like if we pass the range of 10, then it will generate the number from 0 to 9. And I will give the syntax here. So in node section, so I will give the syntax of range function. So the main usage of range function is to generate the number from start, stop, step, size. This is the syntax for range functions. Start here, start represents the beginning of the iteration, and stop represents the loop will be iterate till the stop minus 1, means the range 1 to 5 will be generated number is 1 to 4 iterations. Example, if I specified I mean in range, if I specified 1 to 5, so it will generate 1 to 4 iterations. And step size is like, in step size is used to like skip the specific number from the iterations in Python. If we want to skip the any number from in the iteration, so we use the step size here. Like it is optional. By default the size is be always 1, and it is also optional. Like I will give the one example for range function in how to use the range function. So I will write in example. So for I in range, sorry, 1 second. Okay, okay. For I in range function, so I will taking 10. So it will print the I variable. So what is the output? Can you guess here? So it will print 0 to 9. Sorry, yeah, I have to use colon operator here. So it will print 0 to 9. So we can notice here. So if I want to print in a sequentially like this in only one line, we have the function called end. So we can, I'll show how to use end here. So end, this is space. This is the, it will print all all the elements in one line only. So you can notice it. This is the usage of range function in Python. Now I will going to demonstrate one table like multiplication table. So I will demonstrate one example how to print the multiplication table in Python. So I will comment this code. So I'm taking n variable and asking the user to enter the number and storing in n variable. So I'm iterating that variable. I am taking the I'm taking range function 1 to 11 means 1 to 10. So it will print 1 to 10. So C is the variable I'm calculating n into I, whatever entering is the user. Example, if user entered 5, here 5 into here how much the like 1 to 10. So 5 into 1, 5 into till it will print 5 into 10 table. So yeah, I'm printing n and using the like a star in between the operator and concatenating and printing the C value. So you can notice here, enter the number. So I will enter 5. So it will print here. Why it is printing for till 10 means here this is this range function, it will taking 1 to 11. 1 to 11 means 1 to 10 it will take. It will, start from 0. So this is the usage of for loop in Python with range functions. So I hope you are understanding this example. Now I will be taking one nested for loop in Python. Like Python, like we in Python we allows nested any loops inside the for loop. Like taking one like example, if for loop is defined in above, and I can take one more for loop within that for loop, that is called nested for loop. So I will take one example for nested for loop. So here I'll print the one nested for loop example here. How to use nested. So this is the I'm asking the user to enter the number of rows. So rows is the variable. I'm asking user to enter the number of rows, and I'm asking user to iterating the depth row and incrementing row plus 1. So I'm taking inner for loop, means if for j in range of I, whatever this I value, like how many iteration is happening here, that one be taking considering here. Now I'll printing the star in how many user entered number of rows and number of columns. Based on that, it will print the star. Now I will enter 5. It will print 5 rows. And so this is the usage of for loop in nested for loop in Python. So now I will 9, so it will print 9. So this is the uses of nested for loop in Python. Next I will be going to demonstrate. So yeah, I will going to demonstrate an Python pyramid program. So using nested for loop, how pyramid program will works. So I will going to explain you with example. I will comment code this one. So you can consider this. I'm taking a row and asking user to enter, and I'm iterating, taking a range function. I'm iterating through 0 to row plus 1. If user enter 5, 5 plus 1. So I'm taking one more inner loop and range using range functions. I'm printing the I, and I'm using this to print only in one line. I'm entering it. So this print element, it goes to the next line. So here I need to enter the number of rows, 5 number of rows. So it will be printing 5. This is the example for pyramid program. So now I will renting, here I am entering 4. So it will print the 4. This is the example of pyramid programs in Python. So now I will be demonstrating you for loop with the else statement. How to use else statement with for loop. Now I will take one example. So with for loop and with considering the range function. So I will take for I in range 0 to 5 I am printing, and I am printing the I, and I am taking the else block, sorry. I am printing else print for loop is executed. So I am printing here for loop is completed. So now I will run this program. So you can notice here it will start from 0 to 5, and like yeah. So after completion of this statement, the next statement will be executed. So this is the usage of for loop in using range function with else statement. So welcome back to the Python tutorial. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate Python while loop. In Python, while loop like allows us to execute the part of the code until that condition becomes false, and it is also called as a pre-tested loop. And like in if condition, in if statement, like when we have the number of iteration, then if you don't know the number of iteration should be iterated, that time the for loop is the efficient for using, like in for loop. So if we know the pre iterations, then we should go for the for loop. If you know, if you're not aware about the how many number of iteration will be going to happen, so that time we are using the while loop. So now I will give the syntax for while loop, like syntax. So I will write in notes here. So this is the syntax for while loop. So while is the keyword here, and expressions, whatever we are checking the conditions, and the rest of the statements will be executed here. So now I will give an example. So in while loop, we have the looping control statements. There are 3 looping control statements. Those are like continue statement, break statement and pass statement. So now I will explain you each one statement, like continue statement. So continue statement like is encountered, continue transfers the beginning from beginning of the loops, and like I'll give an example here. Okay, so first I will give the example using while loop in Python. So after that I will explain you continue and break statement. Let's say first while I is less than 5 and print I, I is equal to 0. I'm considering and I'm printing that it's going because condition is, so I will stop here. So it's going infinite loop once again. So we can so I will take I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, then I equal to, I have to increment here, I is equal to I plus 1, then print I. So you can notice here, so I'm printing I will take from 0. So I'm taking I less than 5. So it will printing till 5 numbers. Now I will take one more example. So we can increment later. First I will print the values, then I will increment each one. So you can notice here I will printing from 0. Now I will take one simple example. I will print 1 to 10 number using while loop. So I will take one simple example from 1 to, I will print 10 numbers, less than or is equal to 10. Printing I and incrementing the I. So you can notice here. So I am printing 1 to 10 number here. So now I will take the continue statement here. I will demonstrate about the continue statement. Now I am explaining you continue statement. So I will take this as an example. So I am initializing I equal to 0 and taking the while loop. If 0 is less than or equal, less than 6, then I am incrementing the I value by 1. And if I equal to 3, then I will stopping this statement and continuing again. So it means, so it will stop at 3 and again continue rest of the statements. So I will run this program. So you can notice here, so 3 is not printed here because I am using the continue statement here. So next I will demonstrate for statement, sorry, break statement here. Next one is the break statement. So break statement is used to break the conditions and it will execute the rest of the conditions. So I will give one example here. So instead of this, I will take one more same example. So I will use the, instead of that continue keyword, I will use break statement. So here you can notice here it will continue till the loop. So this is the usage of break statement in Python. Now I will use the fast statement. So fast statement is used to like take like if you do not want to define anything inside function or class, that time we are using the fast statement. So now I will take one class example. Class, my class. This is my class name and I will take pass. So it will not execute anything. So I'll comment this code is executing. So you can notice here this is the usage of fast statement in Python. So I will give an example for like how infinite for loop work. Like it will print continue until, so we'll stop the execution. So I will give an example. So this is the infinite loop. Like it will execute till we stop the execution. See, this is called infinite loop because here we are not checking any condition, so it will printing the continuously. So I will stop here.